Hey everyone, it's Neil Barnhill with the Barnhill Golf Institute. I'd like to welcome you today. I'm going to take you through something that's very exciting. This is the advanced protocols for using the PlaneMate. Mr. Martin Chuck and David Woods has put together a remarkable series of lessons on how to use this advanced protocols. And I'm going to take you through the first 3 today. And I tell you what, you don't have to have used the 7-day protocol to do this, although I do recommend that. But I tell you what, it's a different feel. The advanced protocol, as you can see here, I've got the long band on, and it's all the way more down the shaft. And then the 7-day protocols are a little bit shorter band, and it's right below the handle, about 4 or 5 inches. So there is a different and a distinct feel with using the long band versus the short. Let's get started. Okay, the first advanced protocol, which is one of the more important ones, it's called the top of the takeaway. I'm going to demonstrate it to you here from down the line. I'm going to get set up. I want to have that feeling of resistance. And when we go back, points of emphasis are we want to turn back, feel our ribs, our obliques turning, and you can see here halfway back, my right forearm is looking down at my left forearm. And I've maintained the same distance with the band for my hands from my start of the swing. Okay, and you can see the club head here. This is not shut. That's how we want the club face at this position. It's in line with my spine angle here, and that's where we want it. And I can feel the resistance there. So go back again. I'm going to turn, and you see I'm working on pivoting, and my left shoulder is a lot more down than what I'm used to, and it's good training for me as a professional because I'm usually a little bit flatter than this, so this really helps me. That left shoulder down, right forearm looking at the left. All right, so you do that several times, and then I tell you, I really love this. Because you want to feel the weight shift, and you want to feel the right pivot and the way your hips and the way you turn your core. So what Martin and David came up with for the protocol is to do 30 swings of doing just what we did there, but they added something that I think is brilliant. And that is just slightly left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, go. And I tell you what that does, it gives you the sensation of like what you see those long drivers do, transferring your weight in that takeaway so there's not a reverse weight shift. So I mean, I really love this. So it's just slightly, we don't want to rock our head. It's just a slight little tap like left foot, right foot, right foot, go. And that's the first protocol. It's the top of the takeaway is what that one's called. And I can already feel a little bit of workout by doing this. Okay, now we're going to move on to the advanced protocol number 2, which is called the top of the backswing. Number 1, the top of the takeaway, we do those 30 swings without hitting a ball. This one's the same thing. We do not need to hit a ball. It's just working on these movements. All right, so we're going to go again through, get a good setup, feel the tension of the PlaneMate here in the band. We're going to go back to step 1, top of the takeaway, and then the top of the takeaway, we're going to go to the top of the backswing, which is going to feel very vertical. And if you hear my voice cracking, it's because you're going to feel me working out here. I feel myself pushing back towards the camera. And you can see the band is growing, and it feels like I'm holding an umbrella here. The other thing I feel here is my ribs and my core. I've really got a good turn here. Okay, catch my breath. It's definitely, you can feel that a lot more than the little band. But that's called the top of the takeaway. So what we're going to do is do 30 of those where you go back to top of the takeaway, and then the top of the backswing is going to be right there. And I can feel the weight in the right heel. And that's it. Hold it 2-3 seconds. I might have exaggerated that a little bit, but you just want to feel it for a couple seconds. Don't just rush the feeling. But that is so important. And let me state why that's so important. To have that vertical swing and have that width and that nice hip turn, that's going to allow you, when you transfer that weight down into your lead foot, that club's going to want to shallow out. So, you know, a lot of people I teach, amateurs, they want to get it, they think if they get it more behind them, they're going to be able to get here, but it's the opposite of that. You know, if we get more here and we got a great hip turn, the club's going to be able to shallow out. So it's very important. You know, a period of time, I know like when I was growing up, I got taught by Mike Malone, who made it on the senior tour. He taught me to swing very vertical. And as I went through the early 2000s, things changed. It seemed like everybody wanted to get flatter with the swing, but I stayed vertical. So that's why I really like this system, because it was something I was taught, and I tell you what, a lot of good swings out there that have very upright swings. Okay, we've just done advanced protocol 1, protocol number 2. Now we're moving to protocol number 3, the advanced one, which is called transition. This is very important, is what starts the downswing. We're going to use the ground for power, and we're going to let the hands lay back, but I'm going to talk about the club head position too when we do that, what to be aware of, and to make sure you are very cognizant of where that club face and what it should look like at the top. All right, so down the line here, I'm going to show you, I'm going to go through the progression number 1 first, top of the takeaway, boom, club face there, right forearm looking down the left, then I'm going to go vertical, feel my hips still turn, up, okay, and then transition is this. I feel my weight shift in that left lead foot, and then my hands go back behind me. I can feel the band relaxing a little bit, and it goes back 6 inches. Okay, so thing we want to look at there, so when we're up there like this, we don't want that face to get like this when we shallow out. We want to keep that club face in that position there. So here, up, that's good. We don't want to have this thing lay back and open up. I've seen that with a lot of students I've been working with. When they get this band, it's got so much power, it can just lay you back. That's not what we want. We want to make sure we keep that position. It's going to be a workout, but that is very important in doing this. So from this angle, it's going to look like this. Down. And it would just be 30 of those at that transition, taking your time, feeling that weight, lead foot go push down into the ground, and feeling those hands go back about 6 inches. Okay, as you can see, that was quite a workout. You can see I was breathing quite heavily there at times. Again, a recap, it was, top of the takeaways, number 1, advanced protocol, then top of the backswing, and then transition. I tell you what, that right there, you don't have to have a golf ball to hit. And that's the beauty of this, is you can just do this at your house. I mean, you can do it on the range, but you can do it in your living room while you're watching TV, and you will get the benefits of this. And I've already had 2 clients of mine, because these advanced protocols just came out a little over a week ago. And one was a lady who has not done any of the 7-day protocols, and she gained 20 yards of yardage on her driver. She hit one 210, and we got her after doing these 6 advanced protocols, and she gained 20 yards. So it's got its benefit, and we did all of them without hitting a ball. And the other kid, he's probably 14 years old, he was going inside, he was getting laid off, and then after we got done, he got it back on plane, and he was just from doing 15 minutes of going through these advanced protocols. So I tell you what, I'm very excited about these advanced protocols from my teaching and for helping other people get better. I really see a lot of good instruction coming out of this. So for more great videos, vlogs, and blogs, please watch barnhillgolf.com.